A lot of the times when I was dealing with students that had some discipline issues, they were hungry. And so I quickly identified that they were coming to school hungry, they were leaving school hungry. When they were hungry, they weren't performing, they didn't have the right mindset to be in an academic setting. So I started bringing food to students in school. They'd come down and get snacks. Eventually it evolved to bags of groceries. Through some research, we were able to find Foodlink and quickly found out that that's exactly what we needed for our community. Being able to provide the proteins for our families and really focused on a well-balanced meal. When we do food drives, they're amazing and we have great community support, but we don't always have that balance of the nutritional needs that our kiddos really thrive on. So Foodlink's been able to provide that for our families. One family in mind that she joined our food pantry in the fall. She'd been laid off. Her husband had lost his job, and they are raising their grandchildren, and she was just terrified with holidays coming, how they were going to be able to do anything. So when I got her to come in for the food pantry, she was blown away at how much we had to offer, and like we talked about the balance and making dairy, and when she saw that we had milk, she started crying. And so I get emotional for that. There were some kiddos that just were really angry and they didn't want to come to school and work for school. They were just here. The behaviorals were much more concerning than they should have been, so the academics weren't taking place. Once we were able to identify that they had a basic need that was not being met, and we could provide that need, and it was just food, they changed their attitudes. They became willing to work for us. They trusted us. We built really nice partnerships and relationships with the family and the students, and their academics started to soar. We are a little over 50% free and reduced lunch. We are a community that has had a lot of factories just die out, so we don't have the jobs available. We're between Buffalo and Rochester, but a lot of the time transportation's an issue. So our community does struggle to be able to walk to decent stores. We don't have big supermarkets in Oakfield, so this has really been where they get their main source of food. I think that the community has changed since I was a kid here, and they know when they need food, they know when food is low, and they have learned to ration out food so they don't overindulge. And that's something that you'll see when you walk through. We have a share table that we try to support so kids can leave things that they aren't going to eat in their lunch or take things if they're hungry throughout the day. And you'll see kids at the end of the day looking to see if there's anything left in those baskets to take home, and it's always for another family member. It's never for themselves. And I think unfortunately sometimes it's their normal, that's all they've known, and they don't know that it's not normal to have cupboards full of food, so they don't know how to communicate that need. It's just something that they're aware of. And so through the Foodlink support, we're able to fill those cupboards, so that's not something that they're struggling with.